Sometimes there comes along an album that changes your life. Well, this is one of them. Welcome to another Classics But Not Masterpieces episode. Here we are featuring Weather Report's 830 album. Here we cover how this album could have even been greater, even though it's a classic. It's 1979, and Weather Report is the top band in jazz and probably the best band on the planet at that time. This is the quartet's live album from selections from the 1978 tour featuring Joe Zawinul on keys, Wayne Shorter on sax, Jaco Pastorius on bass, and Peter Erskine on drums. All of the live tracks are stellar, starting off with Black Market, then Scarlet Woman. Jaco's Teen Town and Slang were in uncharted territory at that time. Joe's Birdland and Remark You Made were amazing as well. The showstopper for me was always their medley, Badia Boogie Woogie Waltz, and it's one of the best here. Birdland is their jazz standard, and Zawinul also brings back In a Silent Way to play with Shorter, which is special. For me, Jaco Pastorius was the star of the show, and during this period he was at the pinnacle of the world of bass. The album for me is 1,000 stars as far as Weather Report's performance, and what's on the record is amazing. However, the issue that doesn't make this record a complete masterpiece is the mistake of the rookie engineer that was brought into the studio to mix the recordings, and it was before automation. What he did was wipe out 4 of their live tracks, and they happened to be from the Mr. Gone material. They were Young and Fine, River People, the title track, Mr. Gone, and they also cut a version of Waterfall. When this happened, the group had to go back into the studio in 1979, and they had to record 4 new tracks to complete the album. Shorter brought in Sightseeing, and other tracks that were recorded were The Orphan, 830, and the popular Brown Street, which was co-written by Shorter and Zawinul. A couple of these tracks became staples on their next few tours, as we will discuss in another related Weather Report clip. Now, about 23 years later, in 2002, a double disc set called Live and Unreleased from a few concerts that were remastered and released by Sony. And within this set, 2 of the tracks that would have been on this album were Jaco's River People and Zawinul's Waterfall. Now, when I heard them, I was amazed and saddened at the same time, because had that engineer not made that mistake, we would have had all that great music on this 830 album. Imagine Jaco having Teen Town, Slang, and River People all on this record. Young and Fine was the best composition from that tour, and I do have an audio recording from the Phoenix show of the track Mr. Gone, as there is an amazing jam near its conclusion. Waterfall was another great ballad that featured Jaco's tone, as these 4 tracks would have made the album even greater than the 4 new tracks that were done in the studio. It would have been a complete live album masterpiece, even though 830 still won a Grammy for its performance. In conclusion, on this album, Weather Report attempted to feature a track from each of their albums up to this point. Boogie Woogie Waltz is from Sweet Nighter, Scarlet Woman is from Mysterious Traveler, Badia is from Tailspinnin', Black Market is from the Black Market album, and Birdland, Teen Town, and A Remark You Made are from the Heavy Weather album. What is not featured is the material from the Mr. Gone album due to the engineer. They went back into the studio and created more of their magic. 830 has remained one of my favorite live albums, and it's more than a classic. This is Flame Sky. See you on the next one, and I'll leave you with a little alternate variation of theirs.